So good morning. It's the first week of February 2022 and we're out in the Northern Vineyard with Jerry Herbert, and he's going to share some of the things that he's noticing this year about a couple of the varieties that are right here in the field. They're varieties that we've talked about before, the 13B and Edna. So good morning, Jerry. What are you seeing here?
Morning. I'm seeing something I've never seen before. So this is one of those unusual times, and now some of the grapes are taking off really early. These guys, this one here, 13B, it started growing and doing this about 4 or 5 days ago. And it was going like this all over, and that means it's ready to go. It wants to grow, and it doesn't care what month it is, but it's growing. In fact, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but already has clusters of grapes coming out the 1st of February. So that's what the grape was telling me. So I said, okay, I'll cut this reel back really fast. And so this is all pruned and everything. And these guys are taking off. This grew like that far in the last 3 days. So it's just taking off. So this is an experiment, of course. So that's this guy here. And right next to it is another one that was growing very rapidly too. And so I decided to do the same thing on this one here, which is Edna. And you can see it's all pruned, and it's probably these little spurs they're called, and you can do spur pruning like they do in the wine vineyards. And these guys will take off, these will come out and then start going down, and then I'll be able to put in the rest of the arms as it grows. But this is about 98% pruned. So I took away 98% of the vine.
So for those of us that are listening that have never pruned a grape before, can you show us kind of where you'd made your cuts in the Edna and why? So I see the big main stalk comes up off the ground, comes up to the top, and then looks like one side you let go and then the other side you pruned. What was the thinking there?
Theoretically, when you come up here, you'll have one bud here and one bud here, and they'll both take off. One will go this way and this one will go that way. That's the way it's supposed to work. But this is, all of a sudden, this decided to be the main arm. I'll call this a T-bar. But it took us, you can see how bits bigger that is in this. And that, therefore, I don't have any of these guys running around because this is dominant now. Now, if you look down here, you can see this is what it's supposed to look like in theory. Completely clean here, all the way out, and then it starts running. Okay, and this is another grape variety. This Tamiyami. Oh, you looking at this? Yeah.
Yes,
This is another grape, but it hasn't been pruned at all because, as you can see, it's not active growing like these other two were.
Right.
So this is the kind of the jungle you see, and you have to go through there and prune it like this here. But there's lots of stuff you can take off, not needed. So.
So I have a question.
Yes.
And let's look at the Edna,
Edna.
because it's a good example.
Yep.
So can you show us, like, where are the grape clusters going to form on this on the stems? Where will they be coming out?
They'll be coming out along these, like here, this guy here, this guy here. This will be where the grapes are, and this will sprout out and start growing all over the place. And you can sometimes you can just nip it with your fingernail if you don't want something growing there, and it won't grow. But that's why you have to, in the springtime especially, you have to really come out and watch your grapes every couple of days, and otherwise it just turns into a jungle. So
I see. So as they come out, you're going to be choosing some to remain, and then you're going to be taking
yes,
off others.
yes.
Uh-huh.
The best looking ones you want to keep, and the other ones you just nip them off. I always keep my fingernail nice and long on the right hand.
So maybe we'll come back out at another time when that's happening, and we'll do a short video on that type of pruning. And let's do another video when you're actually going to be pruning some of these varieties. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Jer.
You bet.